Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky and I am back with the yesterday and today scrapbooking workshop kit. I skipped project number 2. We're going to project number 3 and here's why. Project number 2 has got these spirally flowers and they intimidate me a little bit. So we're just gonna go to project number 2 so I can build my confidence with the spirally flowers. So you just let y'all, if you have any tips for those spirally flowers that are like this, and then you have to twist them around a quilling thing or a pencil or something. If anybody has any tips for me for those, you just let me know. So what we're gonna do first, I have stuff everywhere. It says to do these flowers, it says spray them with water, scrunch them up, and put them aside to dry. So here's all the pop out pieces. Now also on these, I'm gonna have again, these are frames and I don't have photos, so I did pull out some removable adhesive that we can use on that, because I just don't want to use real adhesive because I will rip them when I decide to put photos in there, right? And that would be no bueno. So these flowers aren't quite as intimidating, but you spray them with water and it says crinkle them and then flatten them back out and then ink them. Now it says the inking technique you can do or not do. I'm gonna do the inking because I love inking, but you don't have to, obviously. But it says get them, spray them with water a little bit, and then it says to scrunch them. So I mean, is that what they meant? Scrunch. I mean, I could be doing it wrong. I mean, are they just randomly scrunched? That might ruin this page. Scrunch. Scrunch. Okay, so I scrunched them all. And then it says, then you lay them back out flat. Let them dry. And then you sponge them. So guys, did I mess them up? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let me go ahead and lay these back out flat and put them over to the side to dry. And we will get started on the base page. Okay, so I know there's going to be some things that I want to ink. And we have to put this bow together. So looks like there's 2 pieces of the bow, 3. I'm gonna ink these with the toffee because it looks like in the example, it looks like they're pretty nicely inked. Also, we're inking those flowers, so we'll just go ahead and get this part out of the way. And we might as well put our photo placeholders into the frames. I think that would be fine. I'm not sure why I got 2 of these bow looking like deals. Doesn't look like a double bow, and it looks like there's only a bow on one page. So I'm probably fixing to mess that up too. Maybe there's a bow on the other one, the other layout. Nope. Okay. Well, I don't know what that's all about. Probably somehow you need 2 pieces, and I don't know why. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So we'll go ahead and ink these up. Then I know on this first one, we are going to be using a 5x7, and it is going to go inside a giant frame that I think I have put over to the side for some reason. So a 5x7 photo is going to go into this frame. Right, like this. This has a lot of pieces. I'm going to mess something up. I just know it. So, just go ahead and boop, 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 boop. This is removable adhesive, guys. So don't freak out. Yeah, I went a little crazy with my adhesive. It's okay. I'm just going to rub my finger on it and get rid of it. Like that. And I don't want these corners to stick out because they will throw off the layout, I think. So I'm just going to snip them like that. Like that. So this goes on the first page. Then on the second page, it looks like we've got... we got this frame, and see, these are going to be harder because they are thin. These frames are very thin. This frame, this one goes this way, and it looks like one of them goes in this round frame, and one of the frames goes over this journaling card, it appears. It just kind of, that does not look right. Apparently it's supposed to just sit right in there. Okay. If you say so. Okay, so this one is 3x4. 3x4 picture goes in there. So here is the 3x4. Goes like this. I don't know about those skinny framed ones, guys. I don't know how I'm going to do those without photos. Three by 4 photo. Then we've got that square one is a 3x3. Okay. Let me put a little bit more adhesive on this one. It's falling off. Okay, then this one has a 3x3. It looks like, yeah, it's barely gonna fit. I'm gonna go ahead and take this piece of paper to do this on. Again, this is removable adhesive. And this is gonna go like that. Okay. So we have that picture frame ready. This one is gonna be a 4x6 picture frame. And again, this is removable adhesive, so don't freak out on me. This is going to go over this. then we can trim off these little white pieces. I will do that later, not on camera, because why would I do that on camera? Then we have this one, which a 3x4 goes into this one. This one right here that goes around this journaling card. I don't know, it's like the journaling card just kind of sits inside of it. It doesn't really fill it. It's weird. This one right here. I think we already looked at this, but I don't care. I'm looking at it again. It doesn't fill it. It just kind of sits in there. I mean, like, is it supposed to be popped up maybe or something? I don't know. Okay, so this one gets a 3x4 photo. And again, this one right here, I will trim off these circular little divots on the sides. This is too big for a 3x4. But it specifically says 3x4. Oh, wait, it's matted on something. Ha ha, Becky. Where's my little matting piece? There's a little piece of cardstock, French vanilla cardstock that this sits right on top of. And it's on my desk somewhere. Let me turn this off and find it. Okay guys, so we're gonna, sorry, it's already the next day. I ended up going to bed. So we're going to be using this espresso cardstock for the background. Now, it does call for espresso ink to ink the edges if you so choose, which I would so choose. However, I can't find my, I don't know what I did with it. Can't find my espresso ink. So, don't tell anybody, but I am going to be using Ctmh Distress Ink Oxide in Vintage Photo because I can't find my espresso ink. I went away to find it last night and I couldn't find it, and so I just like, screw it, and went to bed. So we're going to ink the edges of these. Again, I'm not reading the instructions super duper closely, but right now I'm just kind of doing what I remember it talking about. So this Vintage Photo ink is not as dark as the espresso ink, but it is darker than the toffee ink. So, you know, I should have maybe spent a little more time looking for it, but I didn't want to do that because I really want to finish this because I've got a lot of things that I want to do before we go on our vacation, and I'm having company in, so I got a lot of, you know, housekeeping type stuff to do. Fun, not really. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and commit to the placement of this. I am not going to be measuring. I'm just gonna slap it down like so. Please be straight. At the very minimum, please be straight. It may or may not be. And then I have this piece that's going to go like right about here-ish. The zip strip does go along this edge. Right here. I think I was supposed to put that down first, but I did not. That's okay. Stick it down like that, and actually the dots go toward the inside, and I don't know if that really matters or not, but it goes right there. This is gonna fall right about here, I'd say. I love this side. I don't think we get to use this side on any of the ones that are in the workshop, but don't worry, I did buy an extra pack of papers just for myself to play with whatever I want to do with, right? So I'm going to put that there. And I think I'll use some liquid glue to put this down. So how was your guys' day? Like I said, I did end up just going to bed last night. So it's now a new day, which means it is Friday. That's my phone, so hold on. Alright guys, that was my niecey poo Tiff on the phone, and I stayed on the phone with her for quite some time. So here I am just going to go ahead and continue scrapbooking while talking on the phone. So we do have a little bit of a voiceover going on now. Now remember when there was two sides of that bow, and I'm like, I don't understand, why is there two of these? Well, apparently you are to glue them back to back and then fold them together like you would make a normal bow. And it's because the back side is white, and so you don't want that side to be showing when you fold it over. If you can see the inside of it, you don't want that to be showing. So yeah, that's why they had you glue those two pieces together. It really confused me at first when I was taking the pieces apart, because I wasn't reading the directions at the time, but that is why you go ahead and do that. I did not get mine matched up completely perfectly, so I am off screen right now kind of trimming off some of the pieces that weren't correctly matched up. I am inking the edges with that toffee ink from Close to My Heart. I'm going to go ahead and commit to this placement of this photo. Now I did use that removable adhesive because I don't have an actual photo. I'm going to go ahead and put my bow down, and also these little tails. Now the tails, I also inked those tails with that toffee ink as well. I am using this art glitter glue. What I'm doing off screen right now is the bows. When you make the bow, there is a thin piece of paper that you put around the center portion of the bow, right? To kind of, you know, make it look finished like a bow. So I was off screen wrapping the center part of the bow with that piece. You can see it right there. It is wrapped, and right now I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the little banner pieces that come off the end of the bow, like that. So when we get done with it, we will have a complete bow. I'm going to stick that down above the photo frame. Now, I will put that down with permanent adhesive, but I'm not attaching it to the actual photo frame. I am attaching it above the photo frame so that when I do want to put some or a photo in here, I can still take that photo frame off, put the photo behind it, and then reattach it down. There is also this other strip of that same paper. It's kind of that, like what's over to the right hand side. It's kind of that just a neutral color. I did ink that as well, and it's kind of like a strip of like a ribbon coming down, and then the bow sits on top of it. There's also this little flourish piece that appeared to be in the original layout. So I am kind of trying to follow that original layout the best I can. If there's an element on it that I'm not particularly fond of, I will omit that element or replace it with something else. On this one, I did stay pretty close to it though. I do put those two flourishes down, one at the top, and then there's another one at the bottom. Those aren't my favorite elements, but they do add a little extra something. So, I mean, there is that. Now, because I was talking on the phone when I was finishing this layout up, I did not hear my camera go off because it stops recording if I record too long. So there are flowers on this layout. I did go ahead and ink them up with some toffee ink. So that's a piece that you aren't going to end up seeing. Here I am going to go ahead and put these stars down. Now on the stars, they're in the original, it looks like there are some of the pearls that are sitting in the center of the stars. I will go back and remove the pearl from the bottom one. You won't see that until the next layout when I show you both of them together, because as I suspected, I am going to end up running out of pearls because I used way more than what the original layouts called for, because that is one of the little pieces that I really like or really enjoy in a layout. I like the finishing touches, the enamel dots, the pearls, whatever it is. In this instance, it was the pearl, so I did use a lot more than what they had supplied me with. So I will come back in here and take some of those off. Sorry about that, guys. Did you hear that whistling in the back? The background? That was my husband. He just got home. He went and got some pizza. And he's so funny because he'll whistle at people like they're dogs. And that's what he was doing. He was whistling when he came into the house, like trying to get my attention. Really? I did go out there, though, because he did bring home pizza, thin crust, with black olives and onions, and that's the best. Okay, so right here I am going to go ahead and ink the edges of some of these with this toffee ink as well. Now, again, when I come back and do the right hand part of this layout, you can see right here, I did leave these wood veneers naked. Well, when I do the opposite side of this page, I kind of went ahead and inked the top of some of them with the toffee ink. It looked really, really good. So again, on the next video, I will come back to this layout and go ahead and ink those wood veneers with some of that toffee ink. It just looks a lot better because the natural color, it's just a few shades lighter than the toffee. And, you know, I just wanted to kind of fill it up a little bit. So here I am going to go ahead and put down the same words they had in the example piece. It just says celebrate in family heritage. So celebrate family heritage. And here's where we did skip ahead and we missed out on the flower bits. All right, guys, that's all I'm going to do to this layout. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time with the right side. Bye, guys.